They said the Oak Island treasure was nothing but a legend, a myth buried under centuries of disappointment. But they were wrong, very wrong, because now, after more than 200 years of mystery, endless digging, and one reality show's relentless pursuit, the History Channel has finally confirmed something that's left even the biggest skeptics speechless. What they found on that small, fog-covered island off the coast of Nova Scotia isn't just treasure, it's history rewriting itself. To all those who once claimed Oak Island was a fool's chase, it's time to eat those words. Thanks to decades of exploration and cutting-edge technology, the truth is finally surfacing. For treasure hunters, historians, and every fan who's ever dreamed of buried gold, this is the moment they've been waiting for. But this story isn't just about golden coins or jeweled relics. It's about uncovering the truth of an island that has guarded its secrets since the 1700s. And as it turns out, the legends were far closer to reality than anyone imagined. It all began when the History Channel decided to take a gamble that few dared. Back in 2014, they launched a show called The Curse of Oak Island, led by two brothers, Marty and Rick Lagina, whose determination was as unshakable as the mystery itself. With modern tools, old maps, and an unbreakable will, they dove deep into the island's most mysterious spots: the Money Pit, Nolan's Cross, the Hatch, and the Swamp. At first, many thought it would all end in disappointment. After all, over 2 centuries of failed expeditions had proven how unforgiving Oak Island could be. But the Laginas didn't give up. And season after season, little by little, they began to uncover fragments of the past: Spanish coins from the 1700s, a medieval brooch, and a piece of ancient parchment marked with mysterious symbols. Still, fans wanted more. They wanted the treasure. Some critics even started calling the show a hoax. But that changed the moment History Channel confirmed a discovery that sent shockwaves through the entire treasure-hunting world. The first clue came from Borehole L15, where a sonar scan revealed something no one expected: a massive, perfectly shaped void 140 feet underground. It wasn't natural. The clear linear walls showed it was man-made, the remains of an ancient construction buried beneath the Money Pit. And while the team scrambled to analyze it, another revelation was brewing just across the island. The swamp, long thought to be natural, was hiding something far more intentional. Ground-penetrating radar revealed a metallic structure beneath the surface: a dam, man-made and centuries old. That single discovery confirmed an old theory: that Oak Island wasn't always one island, but two, later joined together by a massive artificial barrier. The swamp had been created on purpose, not by nature. But why would anyone go through that trouble unless they were hiding something of immense value? The swamp wasn't just a feature, it was a veil, a perfectly crafted disguise protecting the island's biggest secret. And that secret pointed to a name whispered through centuries of legend: the Jack Adams Box, said to contain artifacts of unimaginable worth. To make sense of it all, the Laginas called in Zena Halpern, a researcher with access to ancient maps of Oak Island, some dating back to the 12th and 14th centuries. When her maps were overlaid with modern satellite images, something incredible happened. They lined up perfectly. And there it was, a circular mark near Dave Blankenship's house that appeared on both maps. Dave, the son of legendary treasure hunter Dan Blankenship, had spent his life on the island. But no one, not even him, knew what was buried beneath his own property. The team rushed to the site. The metal detectors came alive. Beneath the earth, they found a corroded hatch, sealed shut for centuries. For the first time in history, a real door had been found on Oak Island. They pried it open, and stone steps led down into darkness. Each step was thick with moss, untouched for hundreds of years. As they descended, the air grew colder. The passage twisted and turned before opening into a massive underground chamber with high arched ceilings, walls covered in strange symbols, a sacred place frozen in time. In the center stood a stone table, its surface cluttered with ornate wooden chests, ancient scrolls, and gold coins that still gleamed despite the dust of centuries. The carvings on the walls matched those on the chests, a secret code spanning generations. Then came the biggest shock. Behind a stone slab at the back of the room, they found a second chamber, smaller but even more astonishing. Its shelves were lined with dozens of carved boxes filled with ancient writings, navigation tools, and artifacts far too advanced for their era. This wasn't just treasure. It was a lost archive, a library of knowledge buried to protect it from time itself. For the first time, it seemed undeniable. Whoever built this complex wasn't just hiding gold. They were preserving history. Some experts now believe these discoveries could rewrite what we know about early explorers, possibly linking Oak Island to the Knights Templar, or even Henry Sinclair himself. The implications are massive, and they're still being unraveled. Because of this groundbreaking discovery, the History Channel has announced the long-awaited 13th season of The Curse of Oak Island, set to premiere on November 4, 2025. When Rick and Marty Lagina began this journey, they weren't chasing fame, they were chasing truth. And now, after more than 2 centuries of rumors, legends, and curses, it looks like Oak Island is finally ready to tell its story.